Alright, so, recap of last week. I guess we'll do some introductions. I'm Chase, Dungeon Master for the day, the head lore keeper here at Chronicles. And with me tonight we have Andrew. Yourself?
Andrew, yes, that is my name. I'm Andrew, and I'm playing Corvus, the half-elf rogue archer, future arcane trickster.
As we discussed.
Yeah.
And then Brian?
Yeah, Drenir Odebestempt, the knowledge cleric.
Man, your last name's such a mouthful.
Odebestempt. It's not that bad. Odebestempt.
Typically, we're joined by Leah. She plays Astrid, but unfortunately, she's not able to play tonight. She's had some stuff come up, so luckily, she and I were able to work out what her character will be doing during this time period, and it will not be impacting the story too much. So, last we left off, you guys were traveling to Forsvar, and Corvus was acting a little weird about it. He's telling Drenir some weird things to say, and if we wouldn't mind pulling up the map real fast on the stream so we can see what we're looking at.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I forgot I was the one streaming tonight, so.
Nice.
Yeah. Roll20 is freaking out on me. Okay.
Alright, so those of you with really good memories from last time, we're hanging out on the bridge on the far west side.
Yeah. Let's see. Is it up? I see it. I know there was that flash on my screen, but it is up.
There we go. Alright, so if you look in the far west side, it might be covered up by the D&D Beyond overlay, but you can see our three heroes, and there.
Ooh, some Google.
There we go. We have our three heroes on top of a bridge as they are about to enter the city. And if I remember correctly, some shenanigans went down between Corvus and Astrid about him getting cleaned up.
Yeah, you guys suck.
Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm stopping wet.
Anyways.
So.
You are stopping wet. I'm honestly a little impressed with my memory. It's been a bit since the last time I played. In front of you are two guards. They're guarding the gate, or they're guarding the bridge, making sure that well, I'll let y'all approach them and see what happens. So, what do you two do?
We gotta head to the church.
Alright, so y'all are going to go straight to the church?
Yeah, unless you want to see one of your friends there, Corvus.
Well, alright.
Hi.
Corvus, what do you do?
Well, okay, so, I mean, assuming we're going to get stopped by them on the bridge no matter what we do.
You guys don't look. You're not right on them.
Yeah, do I know any, I would think that I would know pathways into this town. Though I know there are bridges, so they're kind of choke points.
Yes.
Are there any other ways in this town?
I mean, you know the layout of it. So, as you can see, you guys are on the left-hand side, which means that there's 4 bridges that are within easy walking distance. There's the one at the south end, and then there's the path along the south. Now, you could decide to walk all the way across there, but you figured that if there's guards at this bridge, there's probably guards at every.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. All right. Yeah. Fine. It's fine. They think I'm. Yeah. Well, I got my hood up. I've got my hood up, and which I don't normally do, but it's up right now, and I am ready to. I'll face Drenir and say, "Lead the way."
Okie dokie.
Alright. So as the three of y'all, or four of y'all, sorry, I keep forgetting about Siggy. He's my own personal infancy. As the four of you cross the bridge, you are stopped by the guards. And they stop you each one by one, and they let you into the city. And as they're doing this,
Nerds.
they're pulling down hoods, they're removing hats. Siggy gets his hat removed, and they're checking all of your faces. What would y'all like to do? Would y'all like to do anything in response to this?
Do I get concerned that it looks like they're gonna try to take Corvus?
I'm gonna let them.
You're gonna let them?
Yeah, it's not like
Are y'all gonna question why they're doing this, or are y'all just gonna let it go?
I mean, so I guess they're being aggressive about it, right?
They are being a little bit rougher than what you remember, and they're being a little more more invasive than what you remember the guards.
Yeah.
You know, they're really trying to get a good picture of you.
Yeah. So as they, I'll pull my own hood off. Then once I notice that, probably like right when I approach them, I'll just put my own hood down and eye them and just ask, "You looking for someone?"
These guards are gonna say, "Yeah, there's been a string of vandalisms around here, and we're trying to catch the culprit. But you know, we've got a couple of details from potential witnesses, and you guys don't seem to fit any of those. What are your names again? What are your names? What's the reason for your visit? Where are you from?"
My name is Drenir Odebestempt. We're here on official business from the town of Ymir. Or Eek. I can't remember names.
It's E.
Eek. We're from
I probably
the church.
should have made the hometown. Probably should have made the hometown so or have the same start as the world.
It's
Just bad with names.
So one of the guards is gonna turn to you, Drenir, and say, "All right, what's this official business?"
We're here to deliver something to the church from the mystics in Eek.
All right, well, why don't you go on in? You there, boy? Who are you? Why are you here? He's gonna point to you, Corvus.
I'm here on the same business as him.
Where are you from, and what's your name?
I'm from here, believe it or not. I'm Corvus. Just Corvus.
No last name, Corvus?
Do you need to know? Kos. It doesn't. It's Kos.
Oh, Kos?
Yeah.
I know your brother.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. How's he doing?
He's been doing real well. He's been, he's part of the force, or he's part of the guard, and he's been a real boon to us in helping catch this culprit. He's the one who was able to piece together a lot of the pieces, or a lot of the puzzle pieces onto what he's been trying to do.
Interesting.
Yep. So they'll do the same with Astrid, and when they get to Siggy, they're gonna look at him and say, "You there, Bardic boy? Why don't you play us a little tune?" And Siggy's gonna look at them really sheepishly, and he's just gonna say, not right now. I'd really like to get inside, please. I don't do well under pressure."
Yeah. Sorry, guys. You'll have to pay us if you want to listen to him.
Alright, well, it was worth a shot, and you guys go in and mind your business and keep your nose clean. Alright?
Oh, that won't be any trouble at all. We just diligently scrubbed Corvus clean.
I'm still soaking wet.
And they did witness her put water all over you, so.
Yeah, bitter.
Alright. So, you guys have entered the town. Corvus, you would know all of this, and as you guys approach the church, which is... Ping that for y'all real quick. This building right over here.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Show me again. The one on the bottom right. Yeah.
There you go. The big building that's on the first floor. As you guys approach that, there's a couple of things that you guys notice. First, there is a very large market that is right here. Wait for that to go off.
That is
But
sorry. Go on. The market.
Yep, there's a market. Inside of the market, there is a giant not billboard, but like a job board for you guys to that Corvus, you would know about this. People, travelers would come in, they would see the job board. If they needed some gold, they would perform the jobs, and that's how that would go.
Okay.
To the Jarl. What's that? For me, Twitch is spinning. So okay. Jarl lives up here.
Yeah.
And then I will let y'all discover everything else. Alright, so what do y'all want to do first? Are y'all going to go through the market to get to the church, or are y'all going to go take the southern route?
Well, I'm assuming since I know the way around town the best, I'm going to take the lead. I guess considering everything we know, we're here with a mission and we're going to the church. I'm going to find... I don't see how just walking through town... there's a chance we'll run into someone, but there's a chance that anywhere. So if the marketplace is the most direct route, then that's what I say we do. We'll just go.
So southern right?
Yeah.
That seems to be the most direct.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm just going to remove Astrid from... I'll just move her back.
Pip's safe for today.
Pip is safe for today. So what she's going to do is she'll come along with y'all to the church, and she will for her letter. And as y'all are there, you see a very large, heavily armored man inside of the chapel. He has a warhammer, I believe. Yes, he has a big warhammer. Unusually large. And he's leading a worship service. I know, not something that you typically hear about. But, Corvus, you would recognize this man as the high priest of the town. His name is Sanger.
Sanger?
S-A-N-G. Yes, S-A-N-G-R. And Corvus, you also know that he is one of the high priests of Tyr, the god of war. Do y'all want to both roll me religion checks to see what y'all know about Tyr? Or do y'all want to ask Sanger about him instead?
No, I'm curious.
Let's see. Yeah. I'll roll religion. I'm interested in the gods. So,
Alright.
I would like to know a little about Tyr. My roll's a 15.
Alright. So things you know about Tyr. First of all, he is a typically benevolent god. He doesn't...
Right.
While he is the god of war, he does not love war. He's not like Ares or the typical I want to be involved in war all the time. He's more of the god of peace. War being a means to that end. He's very much on the side of unity and keeping things together, which seems a little counterintuitive to what his domain is.
Right.
But in his rationality, he was able to bring those two together. Other things you might know is the fact that he is he's very lawful. He has like I said, he has order, and he likes to keep it that way. He's not a fan of what's the term? Guerrilla tactics. He's more of a fan. Meet them head first and be as honorable as you can in combat.
Yeah, that sounds.
Uh,
So I'm not a follower of Tyr.
I would not label you anywhere near as a follower of Tyr.
Yeah.
Now, having grown up in this town, you would certainly you know those kind of things, but you probably
Right.
don't come here to worship Tyr. Now, I will say there are shrines to all of the other gods here. During you would see a god, or you would see a shrine to the Norns. And Corvus, if you do worship a god, you would see that god here. Okay, you would see a shrine to that god.
I probably don't, but I think I'd probably be interested in Loki.
That's fair.
But maybe not so much anymore. I don't know. Redemption. I don't
That's
know.
up to you, man.
Yeah.
How religious are you?
We'll find out. We'll see. Right now, not
Alright.
much. Okay, so this is a temple to gods, not just Tyr. So okay, are we like interrupting something in the middle of this worship service, or are we able to? Is Singer the guy we need to? You might have said this. Is he the guy we need to give the note to, or is he just someone who he knows who we can give the note to?
He is the guy that you're. I didn't say his name explicitly because I just came up with the character this past couple of weeks. But he is the guy you need. And you guys were told you need to give this to the high priest of the church here. So this is the guy, and he's wrapping up services now and preaching about how you need to be peaceful and harmonious with everyone. But if you need to, wage war. When all else fails, kill some people. So anyways, some of the noticeable people that you see in town is you see a older man with his hood up. And he's very observant about what Sanger is saying. You notice a red-haired, early 30s, let's say, woman, also being quite attentive. And you notice some children here and there that they seem to just be there. They're not really happy about it. They're not super paying attention. But there is one boy who is hanging on to every word that Sanger was saying. And you can tell that he's almost upset that Sanger's done with services.
Okay.
So Sanger's wrapping up his service, and on the middle aisle, what would you guys do? You've just come into the church building.
I'd probably hand off the package to Corvus, figuring he would know who the High Mystic is, and then I'm gonna go to the Nord side of the temple.
Okay. And Corvus?
Gonna stick me with this, Drenir? You're the holy guy.
But I don't know who the Mystic is here. You've lived here, and they're not gonna kidnap you in a church, especially not with that guy.
That's him. That's the high priest.
Oh, that's the High Priest? Oh.
I'm still soaking wet.
I'm surprised you haven't asked for someone to, I don't know.
I have, and
Drenir,
neither of them
you have
have the spell.
prestidigitation? Nobody has prestidigitation.
Nope.
No wizards.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
You don't need to go wizard.
So I'm probably so I've probably got like
Here, alright.
I'm like down to my wet tunic. I'm half naked in this church. I've got like all my armor, like my furs and stuff. Like I'm carrying them. I left them in a pile in front of the door of the church and just walked in.
Okay.
I'll pick up Corvus's clothes in one hand and I'll touch him in the other, and I'll cast Destroy Water. Effectively, I could guess that would dry everything out, or it would kill Corvus, or the two.
So interesting part about Character Story Water that a lot of people don't read is that it doesn't affect organic creatures.
Oh, okay.
Organic things. So yes, you do effectively destroy all of the water that is on Corvus. Not in him, on him.
You made me walk through town like this, Drenir. It's freezing.
I didn't make you do anything.
I asked. Fine, I'm going to ignore Drenir and just walk up to
It's expensive.
Singer.
Alright.
And
Singer looks at you and says, "Would you look here? Your
I have a note for you.
who's it from?"
Fisk and Eeg, the Mystic. Do you know him?
This Bergstrom? Absolutely. He's that woody fellow up there, isn't he? Likes to hang out near those woods. Never goes into them though, for some weird reason.
Yeah, he's a weirdo, but you know, he gave us a place to stay, so he's not too bad.
At this
say
point,
about him, his daughter's right over there.
At this point, Astrid will pipe up, and she'll say, "That's my father, or that's my adopted father, rather." Or no,
You're
trying to
not
think about
my
what
dad.
she would say. She would say, "That's my father," and he would retort about that, and or he would comment on it. I'm not going to role play it out because it's weird talking to myself.
Yeah.
I'll give you all the highlights of the conversation. And plus, I'm not going to speak for Astrid too much. But he opens up the letter and he says, "Huh, looks like he's in need of some assistance there. I'll definitely help him out. For the time being, do you guys have a place to stay? Do y'all need to stay here? We have an inn. Would y'all like to hear more about Tyr?"
I already assumed I migrated off.
Yeah, you have.
Okay.
You did mention
Background.
Thanks, but we're good. Tyr's cool and all, but I'm not. I worship other gods.
That's a shame. Alright, well, if you ever have the desire to learn more about Tyr, you know where to find me. I'll be here day and night preaching about his desires for peace through war.
I'm sorry, you might have said this too. Did he read the letter like right in front of us, or did he just like pocket it?
No, he did not.
Okay.
He did take it, and he kind of put it inside of his breastplate,
Okay.
and he kind of tucked it into the neck hole so that we can go and read it later. But you guys have no other tasks outstanding, I believe. Astrid will be staying with Tyr. This is the part where she and I talked about.
Okay.
And they're going to discuss various things about what it would take to be a mystic, since that is her ultimate goal right now.
Okay.
So,
Well,
Drenir and Corvus, you two are going to be our main protagonists for the night.
Yeah.
What are y'all going to?
well,
I understand Drenir's over at the Shrine of the Norns, and you have just finished. You're talking with Singer. I don't know if you want to continue that conversation.
No, I'll say bye to him and head over to Drenir.
Okay. As you're walking over, I would like to point out one strange thing that actually roll me a perception.
Perceptification. I got a big old 1, boy.
Never mind, you did not notice this.
Woohoo! Yay! Okay, so I just head over to Drenir.
Yep. All right. So, what are you guys doing? You're hanging out at the Shrine of the North.
Well, I don't know what Drenir's doing, but when I approach him, the first thing he might be in deep prayer for all I know, but I'm going to approach him and just say, "All right, our job's done."
I ignore him as I'm in deep prayer.
Okay. Well, what are you doing?
So I'm on my knees and I'm. I don't know how the Norn pray, but I would assume that it's just on my knees.
Oh,
Eyes closed, facing the statue.
which statue?
All three.
So I'm going to describe this statue to y'all. It is a single statue, but it has 3 women on top of it, and in between them is a loaf. Drenir, you would know. You would obviously know. They are the weavers of fate. So that is something you would understand that this is how the world works. It's all fate based. It's one of they weave you into the fabric of time, and then when they deem your life is done, they cut your throat. It is very Herculean
Yeah.
from Disney.
Yeah.
But
no, yeah, that's true.
But funny enough, that's the same way it is in the Norse pantheon.
Yeah.
From what I've understood. Maybe not identical, but that's kind of where I got.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so
So
I guess I'll notice. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you not done?
no, I am. Go ahead.
Okay. So
you
I
guys
guess-
always take precedence. You guys are gonna talk over.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll notice he's praying and be annoyed, but I also respect it. I'll wait.
Okay.
Okay. I finish and
Drenir?
turn to Corvus. What? What were you saying?
I wake up and what?
And you fell asleep fast.
Well, I don't know. It might have been he could be a long-winded guy in his prayers. So I'm just gonna Drenir, our job's done. We should definitely rest. I have some. Well, you know what I was telling you about in Eeg. I have some unfinished business here in town that, if we're here, I might as well face it. I was gonna go see my brother.
Do you want to come with you? And necrotic energy washes over my hands.
No, don't. You can come with me, but not if you're gonna do that. Don't hurt him. He's a good one. The people that are gonna take me, you probably won't see, and honestly, we may not have to deal with them at all. I don't know if any are still in this town, but it's just something to look out for. But my brother, he's a good guy.
Okay.
All
So,
right.
yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna go look for Capella.
Alright,
come with
so
you.
as you guys leave the church, I would like for both of you to roll me perception checks.
Ooh, baby. Baby.
I got an 11.
Okay.
23.
Alright. Corvus, you notice this? Drenir, you really notice it. The graveyard looks absolutely destroyed.
Oh.
I'll be honest, the check for this was like a 5. The graveyard looks absolutely destroyed. There are tombstones that have been toppled over. There are statues that have been broken. There is painted symbols everywhere. It looks like just an absolute army went through this and ransacked.
What kind of
Corvus.
symbols?
So,
You don't.
go on.
Corvus, these symbols seem somewhat familiar to you. They almost look like the symbols of Fox. there's something off about them. Very off.
So they look like Tauros gang symbols, but or specifically like fox. Like
They look like the Tauros. Sorry, I forgot the name of the game. Yes,
yeah, you're good.
The Tauros gang symbols. But again, there's something very off about them. You know, they're not quite right. Took a copy of a copy of a copy of it.
I'm gonna assume those are the vandals, but I'm gonna approach them and I'm gonna study them a bit, see if there's something a bit more familiar about them. Could I roll investigation, or is there something else that you think would be good, or am I not?
Absolutely. If you want to roll investigation, that's the one you can roll.
Cool. 17. Just trying to figure out like if I could tell anything about who might have done this or why they might have changed the symbol or whatever.
Alright. Recognize that was convinced that they are somehow related to the Tauros gang.
I'm gonna Drenir. And I'm gonna call him over and I'm gonna point out the symbol and I'm gonna say so those people might be in town. Maybe under new leadership or a weird broken off sect, but we do need to keep our eyes peeled, especially if we're going to be heading straight towards my brother, because for all I know, they know I'm here. This may be unrelated, but I'm just letting you know to now we should be extra careful, because something has either replaced the old gang or it's grown and I didn't know it.
Okay. I will keep watch.
Alright. So, as you guys are observing the stones, a couple of guards, I will say that the graveyard is right here. And Salt looked over to it, and I just noticed that the Twitch stream is, or at least mine.
Yeah, it's been buffering a lot. I thought it was me and my Garbo internet, but it looks like it's
it's me. I don't know what the issue is. I have as few tabs open as I can have. Let me try this. Everyone's gonna see my screen for a second. Try that. Maybe I got one tab. So let's see. But if not, I mean, there's not much I can do about it right now, unfortunately. Except, one day meet in person.
That's the goal. Hopefully, though, that will happen sooner rather than. Anyway, so Corvus, most of the residents are laid to rest in this. Very rarely are they not laid to rest. Is there anything that y'all would like to do while in the cemetery rather than just inspect? Or
if I want to look, I mean, I'm ready to go, but I guess I would just look around real quick. Are there any bodies that have been like dug up or anything, or is it just destroyed tombstones, statues?
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are there any bodies that look like they've been dug up, or is it just destroyed tombstones?
It's really just acts of vandalism. There's not been any grave digging or any exhumations. That's the word.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm ready to move on then, unless Drenir has something.
Yeah, I'm gonna offer just a real quick prayer to make sure that everybody is still in rest, right? Anybody who got disturbed by the vandalism, that their souls can still rest, kind of a thing.
Okay. As you guys are looking through the graveyard and inspecting, you notice that, or you hear some guards as they're rounding the path here from this side to this side, keeping an eye out for the potential vandals, see if they might return. They call out to you and they say, "Oi, what are you guys doing here? This is we've had some problems here. Are you the vandals?
No, I'll step up. No, we're like while I don't know what Drenir's doing if he's still praying, but I'm just gonna say no. We were just investigating.
All right. Well, you might want to stay clear of here, especially while we don't know who these people are. We don't know how dangerous they are. And do you guys have your hoods up or hats on or any
No.
case?
No.
Any such
I
thing?
don't have any facial disguise.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
would.
All right, so they will clearly see you, and they'll say, all right, we know these guys aren't it because we have a mild description of the Vandals, and these guys don't. That's kind of the feeling you get from these guys when they look at you and they're not immediately convinced that you guys might be the Vandals.
Okay, I'll ask them.
Okay. Ask them what.
Do you know what the people look like that you think might have done this?
We know that they've got some very fiery red hair. In fact, it's such a shade of red that it was distinct in the candle, or in the torchlight, rather. We also know that they're rather lean and quite stealthy.
Oh my god!
They move.
Me?
No, it's not you.
I know, but I'm just saying it sounds like Corvus.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wrote this description before I saw your token.
Oh, that's funny.
That's just some bad luck on your part.
Is it my brother? My twin brother?
It's not your brother. It's not your brother either. They know your brother. Yeah. Which I would imagine they don't, if you guys are twins. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
They might even say, Capella, what are you doing over here? Why aren't you at your post?
Look at me. That's my brother. That's not me. You know, Corvus. I used to live here.
Corvus? Huh. We haven't seen you in ages. What's it been now? A year or two?
Yeah, about that.
Well, your brother's stationed up at the market. He kind of does double duty there as a guard and as a cheese seller. Been helping out your mother quite a bit.
He went back to selling cheese. Okay. Is he doing well?
Seems to be doing pretty well. Your mother's doing a fine job making cheese. She is the primary cheesemaker in town, and I will say the best cheesemaker in town.
Really?
Absolutely. I will say quality's not nearly as good as it was from a while ago. And at that, they're gonna kind of like look down and almost like they misspoke.
Yeah. Okay.
And
That sounds about right. Thank you. And I don't think I'm gonna go pay him a visit.
at that, they're gonna say, "All right, well, like I said, he's supposed to be stationed in the morning, and he does pull double duty."
Okay. Drenir, you ready?
Did the cheese get worse when your father died?
Yeah, and as we're walking, I'll say, yeah, that's probably what happened. Capella doesn't have enough time to do it himself anymore. My mom was never really interested in it.
Huh. You never really told me anything about your father. What was he like?
I assume like this is while we're walking through town. Well, he
Yeah, you got a good couple of minutes. It's not a 30-second one.
he made cheese. He protected us. Even my mom, who didn't need it. Even he's Capella, nor I needed it. He's the kind of guy who took pride in what he did, but at the same time, he was willing to let go of all of that for us. So, yeah, he was a good guy, Drenir, and it's... Yep, and I'm just going to stop there.
Alright. So you guys are walking into the market. The market is rather busy. It's, it's middle of the day. You guys got here pretty early on. You guys have been talking with Sanger, and you have been traveling around investigating the for lack of a better word, the crime scene. As you guys enter the market, you notice that it is bustling. It is very, very busy. Much busier than you remember, Corvus.
Yeah.
You see a flower store, you see bread, you see cheese, meat, everything you could possibly want to eat. Fruits, vegetables, like I said, everything. So, normally I don't make you guys do rations, but if you guys would like to buy some food here, now's the time to do it. Don't worry about doing it on screen.
I think we're good.
I'm going to assume you guys will have
I
enough
killed a
food
deer.
to survive. Yeah. But you did not salt it.
But he had the spell that lets him...
Yeah, he did do...
And it's a ritual, so I don't have to worry about slots.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I am... Yeah, I did... I'm down to 12 rations. So I'm fine.
Yeah. So, anyways, you do notice the cheese stall does have Capella. He's not behind the stall. He is in front of it.
Okay.
And he is in full garb. He has his spear and shield. He's dutifully looking like a guard.
Does he look
I'm sorry?
stronger?
Yes, he does look stronger.
Is he bigger than me?
Yes, he is.
Wow. I'm gonna kill him.
Uh,
I gotta
say
kill him.
that?
He definitely-
No. No.
he does look like he's stronger than you.
Sure he is.
But let me look at something real quick.
He's still a half elf, so he's still tiny. He's
Now
not tiny.
full elf.
I'm sure he's pretty dang fit. Oh yeah, I could take him. I'll crush him. I'll shoot him in the face. But
In a long-range combat, you would definitely...
oh yeah, he's dead.
But if this were hand-to-hand, you would be screwed.
And we're here or here? I'm sorry.
So, yes, so where you're at right now is the market. You do notice that in the middle there is a
What
So-
is
you
it?
do, sorry.
Corvus, that's your twin?
Yeah.
He looks,
Yes. So I will say that Capella is very large. He looks like he's ripped. Even for a half elf, it's almost abnormal.
Drenir, he was not that big the last time I saw him.
oh, I'm just saying, it doesn't look like your twin. He looks similar, I guess. Just
He's technically younger than me.
Well, he's not looking so young now.
Well, I'm still the old.
Yes. So, okay, I'm totally silent. So you see Capella. What are you going?
Gonna take a few deep breaths. I'm going to muster up courage. Realize I don't have any of that courage. And walk up to him. Very limp noodle-like.
Alright. So I do just remember what I forgot to say. As you walk towards him, you do pass the job board. I just wanted to state that is in the market.
Okay. I'm actually gonna stop on the way and kind of look at the job board and just kind of like out of the corner of my eye, like spy on him, pretend to be interested in what I'm seeing.
I push Corvus. Come on,
No.
go,
No.
go! You can do it. And I push him.
I'm gonna grab some. Are they like notes, like people have like nailed to the board?
Okay.
Or is that what? Or Chase?
Roll. No, well, I mean, they're not notes; they're quests.
But I mean, like, are they like letters and like things that people wrote that are just nailed to the board?
Yeah, that's how they're posted up there. They're a piece of parchment that the king just nails up there, or not the king, but the king has ordered nailed up, or not the king, Jarl.
The Jarl. I am gonna randomly grab one as I get pushed by.
Roll a d4.
Okay. And as he pushes me towards him, I got a 1. He pushes me toward base with the note as I slowly walk closer to Capella.
If you don't say I will.
I want both of y'all to roll me strength checks. We're gonna see.
I'm not like, okay, I'm not straight up opposing him, but
Are you ready for this? These are big numbers, boys.
I got a 14.
Oh, no dice. I got a whole 3.
All right.
Pathetic.
So, Corvus, you are definitely winning in this almost battle of tug of war.
Oh, maybe you
And it's almost
are
tug of war.
his twin.
Haha. I'm still gonna read the note though.
All right, so I'm going to assume you're not reading it very intently, but
Yeah,
I will
I'm
say
skimming.
that there are 2 words that stick out: wolves and cattle.
Okay.
And I will say that you know your family; they have cattle because they're cheesemen.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, I knew that they did, but I didn't. When you said cattle, I didn't even think about my family.
So-
okay.
That I don't know if Corvus would immediately pick up on cattle cheesemakers, but for you, Andrew,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he might, but that doesn't. He doesn't know what he's gonna do about it. Anything yet.
Alright. So, since Corvus is winning this tug of war, Corvus, will you eventually be going up to Capella?
Yeah, I figure if I'm stronger than him, I'm probably going to let that kind of... Because Drenir's pushing me, and I'm not necessarily fighting back. I'm kind of letting him, just very slowly. So I will take that time to like peek over and see if I can get just a glimpse of Capella's mood, maybe. Also kind of hoping he sees me first. But I was just wondering to see if I could just see what kind of mood he's in. From the way he looks. Oh, and if my mom is there.
So Capella does not. He's very intently trying to sell cheese and keep an eye out for any disturbances. But for some reason, he's just completely blind. I shouldn't say. He's not really paying you any money. He's just kind of viewing it as 2 friends being rough.
Oh, okay.
Roughly.
So. Okay.
He's not worried about as a guard.
Yeah.
And I said spear. He has a pike.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I guess yeah. Eventually, I'll reach him. Especially, he looks so busy, and I'm gonna. Actually, what I'm gonna do is, as I see him, I'm gonna say, Drenir. I'm gonna stop him, and I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna say, wait here. I'll be back in just a second.
I just wore you out. I know.
Yeah. No, I'm super tired. And then I'm going to roll stealth and try and sneak like through the people. Kind of like, you know, in Assassin's Creed, like you walk through crowds and there are lots of people. I'm going to try and like dip into the crowd and come out behind my brother and scare him.
Alright, I want you to roll stealth. Once to dip into a crowd, and once to actually try to appear behind your brother. Mainly because the second one I'm going to actually match against a stat.
Okay. Well, the first one I got a 12.
Okay, so I say that's good. And what's next?
The next one I got a 21.
Alright. Well, he has no idea. Absolutely none. He is still there shouting, get your cheese here. And he is very intently trying to sell as much cheese as he can.
Okay. Okay, so my mom's not there, though. He's actually selling
No,
the
you
cheese.
you do not see your mom.
Okay. He's the cheese guard. Okay, I'm going to sneak up behind him.
That it?
I'm sorry?
Okay.
And I'm going
No, go
to
ahead.
jump on his back. Like a piggyback ride. And I'm going to put my hands over his eyes. I'm going to say, guess who?
He's going to throw you off his back.
Yeah, okay,
So
cool.
it's almost-
Well, I'm
You're
going to
going to wind
hold
up.
on.
Alright, you can roll a strength check to see if you can hold on to that.
Just so everyone knows, I have a -1 strength. I just rolled a 2. And,
So you got an unnatural 1.
not a natural one, an unnatural one.
That's what I said, sorry. Might have cut out.
Yeah. But I still beat
yeah.
Drenir, just for the record.
Listen, I had a 3, my good sir.
Regardless, he
Yeah.
throws you from his back.
Okay.
You are now on your back, and he's looking down on you. And he sees you, and he says, Corvus?
Hey.
He picks you up, he dusts you off, and he says, oh my goodness, it's been so long! And he goes and he embraces you. And he starts asking, like, where have you been? What have you been up to? It's been a long year without you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug him back. And,
Come
I'm like, slowly. And I'm going to, Is he harder? I guess I probably never really hugged him before. Probably not. And so I'm going to just say, yeah, I've been busy, Capella. How?
Well, you're gonna have to tell me all about your adventures. I can only assume what you've done since you left town. We all thought you were never gonna come back.
Well, yeah, I knew I'd come back. I just didn't know. Trying to, do some jobs here and there. I got these cool bracers. I'm gonna show them my bracers of archery. I made a new friend, 2 new friends. But one's
really?
here.
Hi.
Oh, 3 new friends. 2 new friends and a butler.
I will say, since I left the church just for easy cleanup, Siggy went to the inn, and he's going to be talking with the innkeeper about performing there tonight.
Okay. But one of them's over there. That's Drenir.
Hi, I'm Drenir.
You look a little winded there.
Yeah, your brother's heavy.
And he's going to go in to shake your hand. And are you, keeled over, breathing heavily?
Oh yeah, hands on my knees and everything.
You got
Well, he's going to reach down to shake your hand, and do you take it?
Yeah.
Take his hand, and he pulls you up. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
He's got some force to his handshake.
We're probably the same height. He just looks way taller than me because he's so much bigger. Because I think I'm over 6 feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Or am I right?
Yeah, he is.
At 6.
Yeah, he is very similar in height to you, maybe like an inch or 2 off. But he just looks bigger. Again, he is a part of the guard. Part of his job is making sure he's in tip-top shape to be able to defend Forsvar.
Yeah.
Uh,
Capella, what happened to you? Have you been working out?
Yeah, well, ever since the incident, we needed some money, and the guards was a great way to do that. So I joined. that on top of selling the cheese, we're able to live comfortably. Mom's still the top. Our family's still the top-notch cheesemakers that we were beforehand. Mom learned everything that she knew from father, and and as he's saying this, his voice is almost starting to crack. I know that I'm not exactly imitating that perfectly, but it's still kind of a touchy subject for me even after a year, especially talking with you.
Yeah.
And throughout all of this, though, he's still trying to keep up a strong base, because he doesn't want to let that show, especially when he's on duty selling. He's on duty as a guard, and he's also there as a business.
Yeah. So I'm going to Pella. How is Mom?
Well, she has her ups and downs. It's been rough for her. She and Dad were very tight, as you know. They were close knit, and she has great days where you wouldn't know that there was anything wrong, and she's got days where it's hard for her to leave the house. But she's the primary caretaker of the cattle, and she's the primary maker of the cheese now since I'm here. Thankfully, the captain of the guard allowed me to be stationed here, so that way I can kind of double duty between selling our goods and keeping the peace.
You've been working hard. I guess Mom has been too.
I'm sorry. You start.
I said it. You've been working hard, and I guess Mom has been too.
Yeah, well, and we've been doing what we can, and thankfully we haven't been put down at all by this economically, of course.
Yeah. Hey. You look really busy, so there's a time later we could talk. That'd be great. But while you're working, I do have a question about the people who the guard is looking for, supposedly vandalizing the graves and I guess other parts of town. Their symbol, and I'm gonna kind of like whisper, like get closer to him and say, and I don't care if Drenir hears, but I just don't want.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like Taurus,
Yeah, well, Chase is going to speak up just because I don't know how well you can hear him.
Yeah.
But he's going to kind of return the favor, and he's going to say, we did do a great job of ridding the town of him, but it looks like either they've got a splinter group or something along those lines. We don't think these are copycats, mostly because we have no reason to believe that. The only person we've seen involved is someone who has red hair and slinks around, and people are talking about how it might be you, but we all know that you, or at least I would assume that when you came to town you would talk with me, and we all knew you were gone. And the guards trusted me because I'm one of them, and I wouldn't do that to this town. Right. So we don't know who the culprit is. But I do suspect that they are in some way related to the Taurus gang, if not Fox himself.
Capella, Fox is back, and I'm in town. We've got an issue. I'm here. Consider me help. Look, I'm going to crack down on whoever this is, and I'm going to find out. I can't let anything happen to you or Mom. Not like last time.
Well, you don't need to worry too much about us. As you know, Mom's an excellent archer, and I've gotten quite good with the pike. So we're able to handle ourselves for the most part, and the town guard knows to keep an eye out, and we've been recruiting more to make sure that we can cover more of the city. And ever since the recruitment started, the attacks have dropped a little bit, but they still pop up every once in a while. There doesn't seem to be a pattern involved, which makes it very difficult for us to try and capture who's doing this. Hence why we've got guards stationed at all of the entrances to the town, but we're not entirely sure if we've got... Oh, we have all the known ones, but we're not sure if others entrances.
Well, I'm sure they're not using the same routes we used to use, but I might be able to find something having been one of them. But I was going to start also by...
Alright, he's going to look at it and he's going to say, "Oh, of course. There have been some cattle that have been killed by wolves. The king, or the Jarl, put out a bounty of $75 per body, or dollars, 75 gold pieces per body. We don't know how big the pack is, but we do know that it's been rather bothersome here, and we do need our cattle, especially Mom and I. So, if you want to take up that quest, feel free. Call back whatever you kill, and we'll be more than happy to pay you for them."
Is it our cattle they're killing?
He looks a little off when he asks that. He's almost like and he answers, "Yeah, we've had a couple of losses, but thankfully we've been able to mitigate that with we had some pregnant cows, or something. Was it heifers? I don't know the correct term.
Yeah.
We had some pregnant heifers, and so we've got some calves, but unfortunately we aren't willing to let them roam around nearly as much as we used to, especially since we're kind of have divided duties."
Well, that helps out you and Mom and everyone else in town. Then I'll get to work on that tonight. And for now, I'm gonna take a look at the rest of the jobs on that board, see if there's anything maybe related to these vagrants, or these vandals, maybe a place to start. When I'm done tonight, what's the name of the inn? Do I know the name of the inn, or is it just an inn? I was just gonna say we can meet at the inn and talk more, maybe. Pella?
Yeah, so it's called the Blue Griffin Inn.
Okay. You might have said that earlier, but
I did not.
Oh, okay.
And I know this because I just came up with it.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah.
So you're gonna go look at the rest of the jobs?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check those out first.
All right. So there's two other jobs posted. This says that gnolls have been. One of them says that gnolls have been attacking people coming in from the east, and the other one is that horses have been attacked by some animals during the night. Whether it's the animals have been breaking into the barn and attacking the horses.
Okay, so okay.
The gnolls has a bounty of 50 gold pieces per body, and the horses has a bounty of 200 gold pieces per body.
Jeez.
Mainly because they don't know what's attacking horses, so they're assuming it's the horse.
Okay. And then you said it was 17 for the wolves?
75.
75. A very different number.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll focus on the cattle for now, but don't seem to be related to anything with the vandals. Unless they're setting wild animals free, but that's strange. I guess, Drenir, do you want to go try and investigate what's happening with the cows?
Yeah, that's alright. Just thinking about those symbols, were you ever to decipher them? Like, know what they said or anything?
They don't say anything. They're a symbol just for the gang I was in. Though they're altered, they're a little different, but they look very much inspired by it.
Strange.
But they're bad people, Drenir.
Yeah, that's not what's strange.
What's strange about it to you?
Well, think about it. You're a bunch of bad guys, right? And you're trying to do bad things to the city.
They are, not me.
Right, but I'm saying pretend like you're them, right?
Okay.
Bunch of bad guys trying to do some bad stuff to the town, right? Why do you announce yourself in a place where you're doing basically minimal damage to people who don't really have a say anymore? I mean, the dead are dead, yes. There are people who go to the graves to mourn the loss of the loved ones, and that's pretty traumatic to see the gravestones. But in a sense, it's almost a victimless crime. It's petty, but you've announced yourself, you've outed yourself that you're there. Why? Why bring all that unwanted attention to yourself?
Well, I don't know why specifically with the graves, but gangs aren't always about lack of attention. Sometimes they want people to know that they're in town, that this is their town. It's how they claim it in a way. And
I will say, Corvus, you know the Taurus gang was one of those gangs. They very proudly,
oh yeah,
quote unquote, own Forsvar.
yeah,
So seeing their symbol out in the open is not new to you, but seeing an alteration of their symbol is interesting. And you're kind of in. So there's definitely something off about what's going on with this resurgence of a potentially new Taurus gang.
Right. Yeah. So, and that's the part that concerns me. So, yeah, Drenir, I don't know why the graves. It's I'm sure it means something. It doesn't seem like the strongest message, but there could be other places, and they could be trying to convey something specifically. But it's usually staking their claim on territory. That's why their symbol is there. They're marking their territory. I want to find out. This is not the same group I was in, though. This is something different, and I have to find out who. It could be people I ran with.
What do I know about Knowles?
Roll me a.
They think everything is hilarious.
That's hyenas.
I don't even know.
That's what they're based
I guess
off
nature. Yeah, based off
Sorry?
hyenas. Yeah, roll me a nature check.
Nature?
Yeah.
Too.
16.
Alright. So you know that they are hyena-esque. Maybe not in those terms, but they are more than willing to attack humanoids, or attack and slaughter victims. And they do consume the flesh of their victims. And they do tend to wander around, but for some reason, there's a bounty out for this one, so there's something wrong that they're staying in place.
Do I know anything about, like, their territorial, kind of creature, or they, stay out of civilized area, or, like, anything about what might be strange that they're attacking now, kind of a thing?
Not so much why they're attacking now, but more of why are they staying in the same place, because you do know they are quite nomadic.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I guess that's Drenir's though, not me. I was just Andrew's like, oh. And I don't know if that's just Knowles in this world or what, but
Okay.
No, that's actually straight from the basic rules.
gotcha.
They're also considered humanoids.
Yeah, those are weird.
For a fun fact of the day, did you know the hyena is more closely related to a cat than a dog?
No, I did not.
Yeah, that's weird.
Nice fun fact.
Okay.
Alright.
Well,
With that, we're at the hour. We're well past the hour mark. So if we want to take a 5-minute break, we'll pick up with if you guys
yeah,
want to take
sure.
a job, or we'll do 9:20. I'll
Okay.
pick up with whether or not you guys want to pick up a job and where you guys want to, or what you guys want to do next.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
All right.
we'll be back in a bit, guys.
Bye.
Oh.
All right. Alright, it's now 9:20. And
Yep.
start back up. So you guys are still in the market, right?
Yep.
Alright. There are a couple of details I forgot to mention that I'd like. There are some stalls that look like they have been mildly vandalized. This is a sign that obviously this gang has not limited itself to just the graveyard. So I know that you guys just had a conversation about them solely targeting the graveyard, but I do want to point out that their reach seems to have extended beyond just that territory, or that section of town. There are markings. I wouldn't say everywhere, but it's enough of them that these guys are not wanting to go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure that y'all understand, because I wrote that down in a different section of my notes, and
Yeah.
thus not convey that properly.
They want to be noticed. Okay. Well, so for now, I'm gonna go investigate the fields where the cattle are, and then I guess after that, at nightfall, I'll depending on what happens, I'll go see my brother. But yeah, so I don't know
Alright.
which field it is, but
You don't know where your own cows are?
no, Andrew doesn't know. Corvus knows, but yeah, so wherever Corvus's house is, that's where he's going. Chase.
So, is this a big farm or a small farm? Or you guys are you selling cheese and stuff like that for for the whole town, or do you guys distribute to the neighboring villages?
We had competitors. They're gone.
What happened to them?
They were the gang.
Uh,
But I guess they're back, but they don't seem to be competing in cheese as much. So when I was here, we had a decent amount of cattle, but there weren't a ton. Just had enough. But no, I mean, we don't supply the whole town. There are other places, but we're just the best, Well, Capella's the best. But he's got guard duty, so he can't really make the cheese. Mom was never that great at it, but I guess she's learning.
well, maybe if we can get this whole Taurus Bowl Guild thing sorted out, then maybe you can stay home with them. Bet they miss you. And could use your help.
They... Yeah, maybe. But I don't think I'd be much help here. I was never good at making cheese. That was what Capella was good at. And apparently getting ripped. That I did not know.
Well, I mean, you guys are twins. Maybe you could get jacked.
I don't want to be that big. I wouldn't be very good at what I do.
Yeah, I suppose that's
You
true.
don't hear me?
Hey, welcome back.
Sorry about that.
No
I
problem.
decided was not wanting to cooperate. So what did I miss?
So we're headed to my farm. My house.
Alright. So like I said, which farm is yours?
Which one's mine?
Yep. This is your town, man. Where are you? Which house is yours?
Well, the way I had it in my mind when I made the map was it was gonna be that one, and this field. Well, that doesn't make much sense. Just because I don't know that field, we wouldn't have that. So maybe
It doesn't matter.
probably
They're just
this one.
representative
It's
of
this
farms.
one. Yeah, it's this one because cows eat grass, and then our cows are there.
Alright, sounds good. So, you guys head towards the southern exit. As you do, you pass by the guards that are stationed there. But as you guys, let me backtrack a little bit. As you guys are about to leave through there, you see a priest running to catch up with you.
Catch up with us?
A priest?
Yeah, he's calling after you, especially you, Corvus, because he knows your name.
My
And he's saying,
hands-
Corvus! And you can see he's in not heavy armor like Sanger was, but he's in some definitely battle-worthy armor. More medium.
Like steel mail?
Probably some. It's almost like a hodgepodge of armor. He's not very high up on the chain. You can judge from. Very much an acolyte, and he runs up to you guys and he says, "Corvus, I have a weird message from Singer, but he said it was urgent to tell you this. I guess it's mainly because he knows that your friend here was a cleric, but he wanted to let you guys know that he received a message from Tyr, but the message was kind of cryptic, almost like there was something wrong. And he's kind of, I know that I'm talking loudly, but he's keeping it more hushed. Trying to not cause any problems with if anyone's listening in. But he, how do you guys react to that news? You just had a priest come up and say there's something wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to look at Drenir and say that sounds like something we should go check on.
Well, what was the message then?
Again, I wasn't the one who heard it. Singer was, but Singer just told me to come and tell you guys in particular. He knows that, especially since you are a cleric. He points to you, Drenir. I think he told Astrid directly. But regardless, we just thought you guys should know, or he thought you guys should know that there was something wrong. I don't know why. You guys, aside from you, of course, or fellow cleric, I guess is what you say, or something like that.
Does he need us?
I don't know. I don't know if he needs y'all, but he did for some reason feel like it's quite important that you guys know that.
How common is it that priests receive a direct connection from their gods?
not very common. So you were kind of the exception because you are you've almost it's almost like you've been touched by the gods, like
Right.
they have directly blessed you. But Sanger is Sanger is very in tune with his god.
Okay, so this is a big deal, right? It's not like everybody just talks to their gods all willy nilly. Like this is pretty.
No, this is someone who is very in tune with his god, and you would recognize this as something that is not very common for normal priests.
Okay, then yeah, Corvus. I think this might be important.
Yeah, I agree. Cows can wait. Let's go find out what's going on.
Okay.
So as you guys approach the temple, you see Sanger, and he's pacing up and down the length of the building, in between the pews, and not horizontally, but like down the main aisle.
Yeah.
And he's talking with the older gentleman that you guys saw earlier.
Does the older gentleman have like an insignia or something that represents his god? It's probably Tyr, but
No, he does not have any insignia. He's just wearing a almost dirty
The one who had the
brown.
hood on, right?
Yeah, he does have a hood on.
Okay.
But he's not hunched over anything. He looks like he looks pretty well worn, like he's been traveling a lot. But he's not hunched over anything. He's just it's hard to describe. Think of a skinny Uncle Iroh. Sorry,
Yeah.
just a Western version of that. He's got a graying beard, and it's a little bit longer, graying hair, but he's still standing upright. But he's very intently discussing something with Sanger. So
what kind of
Say-
what kind of a demeanor do I get from Sanger?
Sanger's showing one of concern because, or he's showing one of concern.
Okay. High Priest Sanger, what seems amiss?
Well, you get into this as you don't appear to be a novice cleric like most of my acolytes are, or most of the acolytes here are. And you do follow a different deity than I do. I figured I would let you know that there's something wrong. I'm not entirely sure what. Tyr was quite cryptic with me. He just gave me some flashes in my mind, but I can't quite make out what it is. But I do think that it's important to let you know that for some reason he wanted me to tell you there's something going on. I don't know what could possibly happen. There's been peace in the Pantheon for quite some time. So I just figured I would let you know that. When I get more information, I'll be sure to send a messenger your way. And I'm sorry to deviate you guys from your tasks at hand, if you were working on anything. But I'm terribly sorry. I don't have a ton more information, and you can tell that he's very distraught. I mean, This is bothering him that he doesn't know what's going on. Typically a very confident man, he carries himself, like when y'all first saw him, he was carrying himself with strength and confidence and might. But right now, he's concerned. He's almost upset. He's not really quite sure what to make of what he's seeing. And he goes back into telling you guys stuff. But I'll stay here. I'll be talking with Astrid. You guys can continue on with what you guys have been working on. Again, I hate to interrupt your day like this, but that's all I can really tell you right now. Still trying to piece it together myself.
I'm sure Drenir will pray about it later. It'll be fine. We just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Maybe you head on without me. There's something I need to do. It may take a minute.
Before you leave, or as you're doing what you want to do, Drenir, Sanger's gonna call out to you. He's gonna say, "You there? You followed the door, right?"
I do. I'm not leaving, but I do.
Okay. Maybe you could ask them. I know that they're a little bit more in tune with the weave of reality and how time passes. Or maybe they to what's going on and what's going to happen.
Okay. I'm gonna set up my mind link with him.
With Sanger?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Assuming he doesn't have like a ring of mind shielding.
No, he does not.
Sanger, can you show me in your own mind the images you saw?
He's gonna respond back with, "No, it was just a fading glimpse, almost like a dream."
Dreams are my specialty. Anything you can show me.
Unfortunately, I don't really remember what it was. It was just almost like a wave of something was going wrong in the Pantheon. And Tyr wanted me to know that, and he particularly wanted me to call it to you. But that's all. And he's gonna kind of like, you can feel the emotions of like very heavily concerned and distraught about what this could mean, along with a motivation and a power to want to help Tyr and help overcome what's about to happen, even though he doesn't know what it is. He's scared, but he's also being courageous in the fact that he's willing to help his god no matter in any way that. But you don't get any images, don't get any words, but you do get those emotions.
Okay.
So, what are you going to do?
If that didn't yield any positive, well, I mean, super helpful results, then I would go back to my statue. I'd probably touch my statue this time.
Alright, is there a particular one that you touch?
I would say all three, but I've only got the two hands. 3 arms, but 2 hands, you see.
I will say that each of them does represent a different time. So you have the past, present, future. Skald being the past, Erd being the present, and Varandi being the future. And you obviously you know which one is which.
Yeah. Definitely Varandi, and probably Gall.
Skald?
Yeah, Skald and Varandi. And I'm gonna think about what he said. I'm gonna ask some questions in my mind, not out loud. You know, what's going on? Sanger couldn't tell me what his message from Tyr was, but we've communicated before. Maybe I can help him in some way. I can be granted some clarity, some insight to ease his mind or settle his resolve.
Okay. So, I want you to roll me a
Constitution.
or wisdom. Take a pick.
A check or a save?
Save.
Save. Oof. I'll have advantage on whiz saves. You sure?
Constitution.
Okay. 20 total, unnatural.
Okay. You get hit with an overwhelming image of your very first. I think it's the first drain.
Okay.
The one with the tree.
Yeah.
You get hit with like the same image of just the tree. And I'm going to let you, if you want, explain. So I'm not going to go into detail here.
Sure.
But it hits you like a title of this tree and what is happening to it. And it is, the inside of it is just being ravaged. I mean, it almost looks like it's being damaged more than what from your prior dream. So, but like I said, it's almost like a god opened up the floodgates and you're just getting washed with this one particular image. Hard. So,
Okay.
what do you do?
I guess that a lot of that came in, so I quickly pull back my hands and kind of shudder a bit. I mean, these are pretty graphic, pretty horrible images. Did I get any clues besides what you sent me in the first text about like what started it? What's going on?
Like I said, it doesn't look like it's any different. Just looks like not that it's any different. It doesn't look like the actions are any different. It just looks like it's gotten like I'm going to go ahead and explain it because it's hard for me to talk about. It looks like the tree has been struck by a bigger bolt of lightning, and it looks like the inside of the tree is not just like smoldering or burning. It is a raging fire inside of the tree. So, I don't know if you've described it before, but just for a recap, the dream was that a massive, I think it was an ash tree. It's been a while since I looked.
Yeah.
A massive ash tree was struck by lightning and being engulfed in fire from the inside out. I'm not going to talk about the previous part because that doesn't pertain to what was going on. But this time it's a brilliant flash of a large amount of lightning that's striking the tree, as opposed to just a single flash that you were in the last game. And it's doing significantly more damage to.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
what will you do with this relatively new dream?
I'm gonna hit Sanger with all the images.
Okay.
A little slowly, but yeah, almost like a slideshow. Like it's gonna give him time to piece together what it is.
Oh, you're not gonna want him to suffer like you did.
Nah, I'm not gonna make him. I'm not gonna be like, oh, strobe.
All right, I'll give him advantage.
A more powerful kind of slideshow of like lightning, tree, falling, people, fire.
All right. Well, the tree doesn't. The tree does stay upright,
Oh,
but
and
it. No, I think in the last one it did too.
the
but the big
crushed
thing
me
is,
in the last one.
I need to reread that.
Yeah, a horrible cry fills the air as the juice begins to fall, finally succumbing to the flames. You shut your eyes in terror as the drooning trunk plummets to the ground, crushing you.
Yep. I need to reread. It's been a bit. Yeah. So he takes that all in. He says, "Well, I'm not perfectly in tune with everything that's going on in the Pantheon, but he's saying this out loud, so that way Corvus, you can hear this too. And Astrid is there. But he says, I'm not entirely in tune with everything that's going on in the Pantheon, or just in tune with Tyr, but that is quite the vision that you got there. And I can tell you one thing. If there's something going on in the Pantheon, I will be siding with Tyr." And you can see him, he pulls out his warhammer, and he just kind of holds it in his hand, bouncing up and down, almost like a baseball bat. And he looks like he's ready for combat. Obviously, he's not going to be fighting anyone right now, but he looks like he's almost prepping for it, about this, potential battle that's about to.
Yeah.
Sanger is a human?
Sanger is a human, yes.
Okay. I'm sure he's just a big dude.
Yeah, most people in this world are human, elf, or dwarf. Those are the three primary races.
Yeah.
Common races, I should say. There are others in this world. We will come across those. Nice joke, Tom. But yeah, those are the three primary races. He is a human. He talks to you guys and says, "Look, I wouldn't go spreading around what could be happening. Obviously, this could be quite distressing for some people. If you've been chosen by your god to know about what's going on, then I guess I as a servant of Tyr, will be more than happy to assist you guys, and if I get any word from him, I'll communicate with you whenever you travel through town, and if I need to send a messenger, I will." He turns to the old man next to him and says, "This is
This is old man.
This is old man Jenkins.
This is old man Jenkins. Old man Henderson. What's the
No.
Is that the that's the D&D character, right?
What?
That old man
There's
Henderson was
what's-
SpongeBob.
Maybe. There's a story about a D&D character who his whole backstory is like 70 pages long, and he keeps making stuff up as he goes because his DM won't read the backstory. It's like a D&D like
Oh, I know what you're talking
urban
about.
legend. Yeah, like he rides around on roller skates. It's really dumb, but
Anyways, he says this is Tyburn. He's a well-known associate of mine, and he's more than If I need any messages sent, he's the one that I'll send to you guys. He's an excellent tracker, and he can find you guys almost anywhere, I'm sure. Tyburn extends his left hand, and he goes to shake both yours and introduce himself.
I'll switch hands and accept.
yeah, I'll shake his hand. I'm gonna give him the look of like you're taking my job, but not really. Just a partly mutual respect, partly intimidation, but not on a real level. Shake his hand.
I'll
Alright.
elbow him. Corvus and be like, "Hey, calm yourself. Behave
All
yourself."
right. So now that you guys have had this given to y'all, there's not really much more that Singer can give you. He's kind of mentioned this is everything I've done. He's introduced you to the old, and by old I mean like he's probably late 50s. So I shouldn't say old, middle aged, but he's definitely great.
Okay.
He's great. He's got a longer beard. He's got longer hair. So what would you guys like to do now that you have this information? You still have the cattle that you were initially worrying about. You have the gnolls and you have the game
And the horses.
and the horses.
Near's everything okay? Are we good to
Everything
go back?
as is preordained, I'm sure.
Yeah, didn't answer my question, but alright. You ready to head back to the field?
Yes, I'm sorry I took as long as I did.
No, it's important. It sounds important.
I will say that this whole transaction probably took about an hour.
Okay.
So we're probably looking more into like the afternoon time.
Afternoon?
Judging. Yeah, y'all came in here during the morning, if I remember.
Okay.
So y'all probably close to the afternoon having done everything that y'all have done. Maybe even, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna go check out the field.
Okay.
And unless there's something else, whenever we get there, I am definitely going to avoid going to my house. I'm going to go straight for the field where the cows are. So
As soon as I see a house, I point at it and say, "Is that your house? Is that your house?" I'll point at
well,
every
the first
house.
house is not. No, it's not. That's not my house, Trinity.
It's
And
not your house.
I'm going to approach the field where the cows are.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna see. Well, okay, unless someone's out there, but I assume my mom's not out there. But I am going to just look around and see, just from looking at the cows, see if they're dead body, like dead bodies or tracks or something.
Okay.
Yeah, any
Roll.
clue?
How many cows are you going to?
I don't know. I'm not gonna
You guys have about 10.
10. I mean, I'm gonna look at all
Yeah.
of them until I see, until there's nothing. Like if they're either gonna have something or they're not. So I mean, I'm gonna go until I find something, or I'm out here for hours and haven't found anything.
Okay. So you notice that on one of the cows, there's some scratches on its front right, like shoulder, and then on the barrel of its body right next to that. So on a human, it'd be like the right side of the beach.
Okay. Okay, like multiple claws or like one long swoop.
It looks like it's almost like something tried to swipe it there a couple of times, but this cow, for some reason, was not heavily affected by it, or the creature was scared off before it was able to finish what it was trying to do.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll look. Do the claw marks look like? Can I tell what kind of animal it was, or are there any other cows with like are there any dead cows or anything like that?
You don't see any dead cows. You don't see any dead cows, but you don't, and you also don't see any other cows with these markings. This seems to be the only one.
Okay. And this one's not necessarily different. This isn't like the bull or anything.
No, this is not the bull. This is a standard cow.
Okay.
Standard milk cow. I'm trying to think. There's some other information about cattle. Oh, yeah. This isn't one of the calves either. This is a full adult cow.
Yeah. Okay. Can I tell? Can I? So it definitely looks like a wolf did this. Probably at night. Sure. Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn to Drenir. They're probably being attacked at night. I was hoping I would find something. Oh, could I possibly track them?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not very good at that, ironically. But I'm gonna try tracking anyway. Say like maybe, tracks, I guess.
Yeah. So it's gonna be more difficult because there have been cattle wandering around in this field for the whole day.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to roll at disadvantage.
Oh, great.
But you can certainly look around the area to see if you notice any print that is not a cow's, because there is a distinction between the two. But A, it's a large open area. B, the cattle have been roaming around all day.
Okay.
At least you don't even know when this cow was attacked. You just know that it's got some wounds on it, but it could have been within the past 3 days.
Okay.
I'll say that much.
Okay. So
you have up to 3 days worth of cattle markings that you might have to scout.
So I guess looking for tracks, what would you like me to roll? And is it? Yeah. What would you like?
That's gonna be survival.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got a 2.
You wander around this field, and all you're seeing are cow hoof prints.
Drenir, do you see anything?
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I'm gonna impose disadvantage.
Yeah.
Once again, same rationale.
So what all did you tell me, Corvus? You said they're being attacked at night, but you're not sure
Likely.
what creature did it.
I would assume they're being attacked tonight, but that's just an assumption. Wolves, I would imagine also from the.
The task did say they are wolves.
Yeah. Maybe it's not, but that's what the book said, or the note said.
And you only saw one cow with cuts,
Yeah.
and none of your other cows are dead.
Nope.
You don't know that.
Well, none of the other we don't see any dead cows.
Yeah, you don't see any dead cows, but you don't know if none of the other cows are dead.
Someone rolling dice.
I was just putting some dice away.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so that's all we know. Or that's all. Those are my assumptions plus a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna use my channel divinity, knowledge of the ages, and I'm going to gain proficiency in survival.
Okay.
And disadvantage, you say?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, I wish it was a disadvantage. Alright. 16.
Alright. You're able to just kind of look through and scour into the tracks a little bit more than what Corvus saw. And what you see is there are definite prints. They look older. Closer to that 3-day mark. And they're very large. larger than your standard wolf.
Oh boy.
Would I say that they're dire sized?
You might be able to guess at that. They definitely do look above or larger than normal, larger than your average.
How many? Can I tell like how many of these wolves there are?
The tracks going every which way, and because they're kind of older, it's hard to tell which ones are from what day. It could have been the second or third, but leaning closer to the third. But if you were to lay a guesstimate, you're saying maybe the maximum amount that would cause this much tracking would be about 3 to 4. So you're looking probably between 1 to 4 wolves.
Okay. So for this, I get on all fours and I'm like sniffing the ground, kind of like a wolf, as I try to examine the tracks and stuff like that. I've definitely channeled some more bestial intuition, and I'm telling a lot of this to Corvus as we're going.
Alright.
What do you think, Corvus?
Corvus, how are you going to respond to what Drenir is doing?
Like scratch my ear.
I'm not super. It doesn't surprise me too much. It's interesting, but yeah, no, that's honestly, yeah. All right, Drenir, I guess you found something.
Alright, so here's a question for you guys. It's 10 o'clock. Do we want to leave it on a cliffhanger as to what Drenir is about to do or find? Or do y'all want to continue on?
What?
Do y'all want to take a break, or do y'all want to continue on with this quest and finish this up?
I mean, I doubt we'll be able to finish it.
Let's get some combat, you and me. I'm gonna touch some fools.
That's inappropriate.
Well, if the gods can touch me, I can touch a bunch of dire wolves.
That's fair. Alright. So let's hold off on that for now.
Fine.
Sorry.
No.
I know that if we enter combat, we're going to be here till midnight.
Yeah.
Oh, there's only the two of us.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But combat can also be grueling with one person.
I mean...
Regardless, we're going to end it here. Thank you for everyone who watched. I know it's probably just Donnie. Thank you, Donnie, for hanging out with us.
Thanks, Donnie.
And don't forget to follow our Instagram, Twitter, not Twitter. What else do we have?
Twitter will
Andrew,
happen.
you do it. You're better at that.
Instagram, YouTube, Discord's still happening. We just don't. There's no reason to have it up right now. But Discord, Instagram's the only thing that I've really gotten up yet. So Instagram, YouTube, obviously Twitch. But other than that, we're probably going to have a Twitter at some point. I'm trying to familiarize myself with that social media platform because I've before. But that will happen. That will be up eventually. Other than that, I don't think there's Discord can happen, but there's nothing going on there right now, so we have no reason to bring it up. But other than that, yeah, those are the areas where you should follow us if you want to learn more about the characters. I'll post art on Instagram and little tidbits about either the map or the drawing of that particular character, and then hopefully we have lore videos and stuff coming up, a world anvil for people, or maybe just Donnie or whoever. But I think that's all I got.
For bothering
All
us
right.
more than twice a month, I mean, yeah, there's only those stream. But we're working on setting up other stuff. Like we're working, like Corvus said, we're working on those. Some lore videos. We're trying to make some magic items, trying to make some monsters, trying to do stuff like that. It's just everybody IRL is getting dumped with stuff all at the same time.
Yeah, lots of
So
stuff.
it's hard for us to get any concrete work done. And plus, a lot of the stuff that we're wanting to do requires either somebody else to pitch in a portion, or requires another person to do a portion first. So we're just trying to get the gears rolling. I think that once we can get things moving, it'll go a lot better. It's just getting to that point, really.
Yeah, schedules are hard right now. Everyone's going back to work. I'm about to have a baby, so it's just we're half pandemic, half not. So
Yeah.
Yep.
kind of started in the middle of this, and we're all 20 somethings trying to be organized, and we're not being the greatest at it. So
All right. Well, have a good night, everyone. That's the end of the stream. Thank you very
Alright.
much.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye bye.